Yeah. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. And I'm hoping your Wednesday looked as beautiful as my Wednesday. Yeah, I'm hoping that's what that is and everything like that. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. I was just jamming. That's my sound bar in the background. I was jamming. I was listening to me some Usher. Yeah. I was jamming. I'm gonna check and see if we actually all the way live this evening, because sometimes you be thinking, but you don't be knowing. So you need to know, so you ain't messing up the flow. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna look. Yeah, we live. So what it is we just ain't had nobody pull up yet. That's okay. I understand. It's 6:30. It is rush hour traffic. It is. I get that and everything like that. But Theo, why you do it so early? Because you might have something playing later on. I figure you already at the house and everything like that, so we can go ahead and get things started and everything. Of course, we never know how stuff be going over here. Well, I ain't gonna say that. You try. Well, no, because Jimmy talk about the network that sponsor him, so I guess I could. You never know how stuff be getting notified around here and everything like that. Then you never know whether or not folks just got stuff busy going on. That said, though, I do think we got a great show this evening. I do. I'm looking forward to tonight's show. I am. I'm looking forward to tonight's show. I almost want to say it's under a new format, but that would just be me talking. I could be talking and not know what I'm saying and everything. I see me live. So that mean we in here. So let me do my due diligence. Like I said, I believe we got a great show tonight. I might have. Never mind. I started to tell on myself. Yeah. Madam Joyce on Clay Thompson and Meagan and Stallion. Yeah, we got to talk about it. What was heard, vice what was said, vice what was did. Because I feel like we just, never mind. We're going to get into it. Rachel Delozal and Charlie Kirk, there are levels to this. There really, really are. You know what? For some folks that don't want to be judged as one about what somebody else done did, never mind. Getting too comfortable. Some of us don't know how to disagree with one another without getting personal. Yeah, that's gonna be that type of video. Let me make sure I greet folks as they pull up, though. Yeah. We're not gonna be rude. Grandmadam Tarot is in the building. Thank you. My spiritual advisor is in the building. That's what I call her. Don't do that. Being number one. I don't think we know what that really, really means. And no, I'm not talking about Michael Jordan and LeBron James. That's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Comics this week. Killadelphia, Black Panther related titles. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. What you may or may not be missing out on. That's absolutely free. That's crazy. Black Panther, Wakanda, continuing the legacy. Yeah. I ain't the one to keep talking and not doing nothing. No, I ain't. That ain't me at all. Black Panther versus anyone. Did y'all see the live that I did last night? Y'all been seeing these verses out here. Y'all be on social media, and they do stuff. They happen to throw our dude up in there. Like they ain't got to include our dude in their verses. But they ever? Never mind. We're gonna get into it. Donald Trump deletion attempt. What about the Epstein files? Well, they had asked me about Epstein files. Teachey says women in Atlanta hard to deal with. Yeah, sure did. He said that. Why is he complaining? Yeah. Revisiting WandaVision as well as Falcon and the Winter Soldiers. Should superheroes get paid? Yeah. And the Steelers 2026 draft. How do I feel? LeBron, Lakers, and the playoffs. Should have been a point guard his entire career. Yeah, y'all pull on up. I see we got two. That's enough to make it do what it's going to do. Let's go ahead and start the show. Yeah. Because if you ain't got here, you ain't got here. You catch the replay. There was another assassination attempt this weekend. It's not funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. Let me tell you what I mean with that. I'm old enough to remember, and I'm not the oldest one in this live. There's some folks remember some stuff that I wasn't here for, and we never questioned it. Anyway, that was an assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan when I was growing up. I never questioned it. Everybody, if they was acting like they were supposed to. Now, of course, Ronald Reagan was an actor, but I'm just saying, everybody acted like they were supposed to. He acted like he got shot. The bodyguards acted like they were supposed to get him to safety, rough up whoever then did this here yonder. And the pew pewer, I gotta say that we're on YouTube. The pew pewer acted like he did it. That was that. Now, I fast forward. We ain't really getting no attempts that I know of since then. But even though I read somewhere President Barack Obama had like 11, but we never heard about it because they did their job. Anyway, we get somebody throwing a shoe at GW. We didn't think that was fake. we didn't think that was fake. And GW not an actor. He didn't act like he didn't know. He acted like I did not see this coming. The person that threw it acted like they didn't like him. And security acted like they were supposed to. Get the president to say to whoop that dude behind. What did like number 3? 2? They just get less and less convincing is what it is. You see the video with Cash Patel? My dog sitting up there like this here. Who sit like that? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Your back better be hurting. You at a banquet, whatever. You there. You at Tallahassee Night Live. You at the comedy show. No, we're not gonna do that. You do this here. If your back ain't hurting and you doing this here, you ready to go. Now, where you going? It's a question. Where you going and why you ready is the question. But you ready. You. When President Reagan had that assassination attempt, you ain't have nobody right, left, up, down, conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican. You ain't have nobody questioning that. You didn't. We like, oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, y'all got to get him. Yeah, we don't necessarily agree with the politics, but that's wrong. That's wrong. We ain't got no business doing that. When they threw the shoe at GW, you like, wow, that's crazy. You had enough nerve to take your shoe off and throw it at him. Wow. What we said was it had to be somebody that wasn't us, because we was like, ain't no way in the world. Because we better not throw nothing at the president. America don't really believe this here. I'm not saying we should. I'm not saying we shouldn't. What I am saying, though, is, or rather asking, what's going on with the Epstein files? Y'all notice we keep getting further and further from the Epstein file? We got, okay, can we go backwards? Yeah, I'm gonna check on the notes and everything like that, because I appreciate y'all pulling up. Grand Madam says, I've never known assassins to miss so often. I watched too many. Listen, the last dude, Grand Madam, they said he was fully loaded with no shirt on. Like, I'm not saying somebody need to lose their job, but these cats getting awfully close, and they ain't professionals. Like, they're not professionals. This dude pulled up in a secure location. This ain't wide out in the open. This dude pulled up in a secure location with all the security around, cameras around, and everything like that. And he had a trench coat full of stuff. He had a trench coat full of stuff. Yet when they got to him, he ain't had no clothes, he ain't had no shirt on. And they calmly arrested him. So watch where I go with this. The dude who pulled up to delete the president, I'm not saying one way or the other. But what I'm asked to believe is that the dude who pulled up to take out the president had on he had a trench coat full of weapons. That's what he had. He had a trench. So that means he was determined. Like, if this don't work, I got this. If that don't work, I got this. If this don't work, I got that. Like, one way or other, I'm gonna make this do what it's gonna do. Okay, he go. Now, I'm of the mindset when you got all this here, you ready. You don't care. It's probably a one-way mission for you. Because you determined, you got a lot of rounds. Like, you didn't put a lot of thought into this. You have, and you done somehow made it past security. You get there, you take one, just one, and security get to you and take off everything from the waist up. Like, you ain't trying to get out, you ain't trying to take out security, because you led me to believe you was determined to do what you was gonna do based on the amount of weaponry you got. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm prior service. There's only one reason why we got all that right there. Because just in case I miss. Just in case I miss, I got more rounds, I got more weaponry. Yes, Lord have mercy. They got to him, as T.I. would say, we're going to talk about him later on, expeditiously, stripped him naked from the waist up in a matter of seconds. Calmly took that man. And that man ain't put up no struggle. None. He just gave up. How you gave up when you was prepared to go hard? Like, you Buddy pulled up like he was Frank Castle. Say that right there. We comic book fans. Buddy pulled up like he was Frank Castle and went out like he was. I won't say Hank Pym from Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon, because I can't really think of no superhero that ain't. Yeah, I can't think of them. I couldn't even say Matt Murdock. I couldn't think of nobody. Because everybody else would have kept going. But yeah, so I'm not saying it is or it isn't. Groovy Fee is in the building. Groovy tonight. Really do like the way you groovy. Hey, Groovy Fee is in the building, and Anansi the Spider 8 is in the building. Yeah, we in here. So, I mean, like I said, I ain't saying, I'm just saying, what's up with the Epstein files? I don't want to forget that. Yeah, I know there was an assassination attempt. Okay. Yeah, I know we still going back and forth with Iran. Yeah, I know we didn't insulted the Pope. Yeah, I know we put a picture out there on social media as if we was Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know we didn't insulted President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. I get all that. What's up with the Epstein files? I know. We didn't fire a couple of people. Pam Bondi, yeah. What's up with the Epstein file? Because I don't want to say redoing all this to not discuss the Epstein files, but I just want folks to know, the Rock With Me Nation to know, I ain't forgot. What's up with the Epstein files? And it don't take everybody talking about one thing. No, we should still be able to discuss the Epstein files. What's going on with the Epstein files? What's going on with the Epstein files? Because we seem to keep bringing up other topics to talk about. No. What's going on with Epstein files? That's all I want to know. What's going on with the Epstein file? We can talk about all this other stuff. We can. We can also talk about what's going on with the Epstein file. I ain't heard nothing. That issue was staged. They're using that to justify taxpayer money to build that ballroom. You know what? You could be right, Groovy. You absolutely could be. What's going on with the Epstein files? Because I don't want nobody thinking I forgot. I know we didn't lost soldiers over there in the Middle East and everything like that because folks don't know what they're doing. But then again, somebody put them in position. What's going on with Epstein file? I think us as Americans, we can add stuff to the list, but every week we need to just go down the stuff that we just, because we're not forgetting stuff, and we just need to keep the Epstein file front and center, because it seemed like we was getting close to getting some stuff, and then next thing you know, somebody got fired, somebody got insulted, somebody else got insulted, the war got started. We had assassinated. We're doing a lot not to talk about the Epstein file. That's all I'm saying. We doing a lot. That's crazy. We doing a lot. We really started. Theo, you saying we started a war just to? I ain't saying I ain't. You know, hey, you see what I see. You see what I see. You see what we started talking about, what we stopped talking about. And I ain't saying, I'm just saying. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Moving right along, though. Moving right along. We done already talked about the deletion attempt. I'm not saying it was real or wasn't. I'm just telling you, I've seen an attempt before, and I believe that one to be more realistic. I've seen somebody get hit upside the head with a shoe. I believe that to be more realistic. So what are you saying? I'm saying I believe them other things to be more realistic than this. I didn't say this was fake. I'm just saying I believe them other events to be more realistic. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Rachel Delozal and Charlie Kirk. This is a sensitive topic. First, I want to preface this by saying I'm not saying what she did was right. It was actually wrong. Okay, cool. If we're using today's verbiage, what she was doing was, say it with me now, she identified as a Black woman. If we're using today's verbiage. Back in the day, cosplaying, impersonating, yeah, you can say that. We can. But in 2000, and here, because you can be who you want to be, she identified, I can't even say D as in past tense. No, she still identifies as a Black woman. Okay. What started this was a blurred Hellspawn Legacy over there on Instagram. And he wanted to talk about karma. Rachel Delozal from skin cancer. She died of skin. Now, I'm going to do my best to inject some levity here where it should be. Because we keep looking at her, and I'm like, stop for a second. Stop. Before we just keep looking at her sideways like that, just stop. So Hellspawn's legacy thing was karma. We know when we use karma. We're not going to do that. We're not going to fast talk people, over talk people, talk around people. When we say karma's a BITCH, we're saying somebody did something wrong, and that wrongness is going to catch up to them. Now, he used Rachel Delozal in the same video with Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk. If you don't see the difference between the three, that says way more about you than it does about this topic. And it actually says you got way more in common with folks you swear you don't like than a little bit. That's really what it's saying. And you can be that way. Just stop lying to other folks. Stop lying to other folks. You're no different than them. If the role was reversed and you could do to them what they've done to you, you would. Thus, you're not any better. You looked into the abyss and you blinked. You did. You did. Now we'll talk about why you did that in a few. But Rachel Delozal, Charlie Kirk, those aren't the same two people. They don't even have the same ideologies. They don't. Now, they do have something in common. They do. But you should be able to see more than that, though. You should. You should be able to. If you can't, you're no different than them. If you can't, you're no different than them. I'm sorry. If I lose subscribers saying this, that's fine. I need to lose you. I need to lose you because, see, what I'm not finna do is I'm not finna turn into my oppressor. You can. You absolutely can. I'm not finna do that. I'll tell you why in a few. But if you don't see the difference between Rachel Delozal and Charlie Kirk, if you just gonna lump them all together, you're no different. You're not any different. If you can't see how you're not any different, that's okay. You got one more thing in common with them. you got one more thing in common with them, and that's all. That is on you. But watch where I go with this one. Who hired her? Who hired her? How long did she work at the NAACP? Anybody know? Before she was discovered. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Let's just ask this question because we got these smart devices. How long did Rachel Delozal work for the NAACP? Keep here. Come on. How long did Rachel Delozal work for the NAACP? Mind you, she should have never got hired, but 5 to 6 months. 5 to 6 months. Somebody hired her. I don't think it was anybody white that hired her. Somebody hired her. Somebody did a background check on her. Somebody shook her hand. Somebody greeted her for 5 to 6 months and didn't know not one thing. Somebody took direction from her. Somebody trusted her for 5 to 6. It wasn't us. I mean, say it was us. It was us. It was us. Like that's what that was. Now, why did somebody say something? She not black. She was elected in late. Who voted for her? Elected. She had been a local figure in Spokane's human rights community prior to the leadership role. Who hired her? Somebody looked at her and said, "We need that sister right now." More than enough of us looked at her and said, "She need to run this him." Yeah, we need a strong black woman like that right No, nobody's spider senses was tingling. Nobody. Here we go. Y'all, Kimoyo get a kick out of this one. What's going on, brother? Kimoyo get a kick out of this. I'm willing to bet you there is some brother that was glad he was dating that sister back in the day. Grand Madam Taro said, even Iran has their copy of the Epstein file. They're going to wind up releasing it in Lego form soon. We're gonna get a Lego rap video with the Epstein files in it and everything like that. We're like, spinning the block. I'm embarrassed. I don't like being made fun of by other countries. I ain't got no response. It's like, It's like they beating us in a rap battle, and we ain't got no comeback. If this is what Drake was going through when Kendrick was going off, y'all, please, I can't take no more. But anyway, yeah. Back to that topic right there. Like I said, there's a difference. And if you can't see it, that say way more about you than it does them. Now let me talk about it. You should be able to see a difference. Because let you tell it, let we tell it, let us tell it, we the best thing going. Some of us believe that. We're the original. We the first ones. We're the favorite ones. Okay. I'm not saying you right. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying heavy is the head that wear the crown. You saying a lot. You saying a lot. You saying a lot. Because somebody said once before, elephants don't swat flies. Yeah, elephants don't swat flies. Yeah. Those beneath you don't move you. You move them. If you better than them, you better than them. If you better than them, you're above them. If you're above them, you don't sink to their level. Because you're better than them. Because you said that. You said that. Now there's this song out here. I don't think it's out like it used to be. Walk it like you talk it. Well, you said you him, you her, you them. Well, if you him, her, or them, you don't lower yourself to somebody else's standards. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're supposed to be bigger than that. You're supposed to be better than that. You're supposed to be above that. Yeah. In essence, you don't get the hate for hate. I'm sorry. You're a modern day superhero. You're supposed to be better than the villain, right? Right. That's what that is. Even Frank Castle is supposed to be better than the villain. I don't know what you want me to say with that one. I know we having some uncomfortable conversation, but you don't get to be better than by being the same as. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. They got too many sisters down here that look just like Rachel. That's the other thing I was saying. Like, so we gonna act like we ain't never seen somebody that light skinned before. That's a whole behind sister. I'm sorry, but then if we mad at her, I understand why you mad at her. I'm just you was mad at her as you was. So you mad at Charlie Kirk and Rachel the same? Okay. Okay. Agreeing, not knowing how to disagree. Daryl and I do not always agree. I think we've seen that. Me and Kimoyo don't always agree. I think we've seen that. There's a way to disagree, though, with somebody you call yourself cool with. Regardless of what your beliefs are, you can have different beliefs. You can have different philosophies. You can have different ideologies. You can. But if y'all are cool, there's a way to disagree with somebody you're cool with. Some of us don't know how to do that without getting personal. Did I say Daryl and I haven't always agreed? Did I say me and Kimoyo ain't always agreed? We're not making it personal. We stubborn. And we're gonna stand by our point. You need to know that we're gonna stick by our point all day, but we're never going to take a personal jab at the other person. Because we're cool with each other. And then more often than not, that topic ain't worth it. It's not. Some of us don't know how to do that. What I'm going to say is this. Don't get too comfortable. Don't say something to somebody that you wouldn't want saying to you. I think by and large, if we're all comfortable with one another, just like we know what our similarities are, we know what our differences are. And we're cool with one another's differences. The differences are just that. They're differences. We focus on more on what we got in common. We don't allow our differences to separate us, make us feel like we're better than the next person. If anything, our differences allow us to learn about things we may or may not know about one another or life in general. When you start thinking, feeling like you're better than someone because of what you believe, you're actually no different than them because you've judged them. You weighed your value versus theirs and you don't know it. I'm going to apologize if I let folks get too comfortable. I'm a nice person. That is what that is. But I only give you one time to get out of pocket. There's some things you just do not get to do. You don't get to question me about my children. You do not get to question me about my wife. You don't get to question me about my relationship. You do not get to question me about my faith in God. You do not get to question me about my religious upbringing. You don't. You don't get to question me about my political beliefs. You don't. You know why? Because I don't with you. I say what I got to say and I move on. And more often than not, if I got an opinion, it's backed up with fact. It is. But the day you get beside yourself to do something like that, that'll be the last day you and I interact. Now, the thing is, I know because some of us believe we're holier than thou, we really don't care. That's fine. I won't miss you. But just understand this, and I mean this when I say it. Think about what you're saying over social media and ask yourself, could you have said that to that person's face and nothing have happened? See, when you're cool with somebody, when you truly are cool with them, it don't matter whether you're talking to them online, on the phone, or face to face. You always take them into consideration. Some of us don't know any better. It ain't for me to teach you any better. It's just for me to let you know when you're to cross that line. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, moving right along, because I ain't want to stay there too long. I did not. I did not. We got Diabolical Nerd in the building. The way we rock, we agree or disagree and still remain respectful. Keep all the name of love. Yeah, absolutely. That's how we get down. They got too many sisters down here. Yeah, that's how we do that though. Yeah. That's how we do that though. Speaking of stuff and everything like that. So, like I said, I think we got a great show. Madam Joyce on Clay Thompson and Meagan the Stallion. So this migrated. So Clay cheated on Meagan the Stallion. I threw in there he lied too, because he didn't tell her prior to them getting involved he couldn't be monogamous. He said that after he got caught cheating. So I threw in there that he lied. Right. Well, see how I ain't got to bash nobody? Just say that right there. Okay. Madam Joyce, a little young, but okay. Ain't from here. Accent, heavy's on the what? Over there. She feels some type of way, betrayed. Ladies, let me tell you something. Why were you rooting for Clay and Meagan? Was you going to the wedding? No. Because you don't know them. Y'all was on the phone hollering at each other, keeping it. I'm just saying, because there was a lot of folks talking about, oh, they disappointed. You don't know them. You don't know Meagan. You don't. You don't. I ain't trying to be funny. We can like these folks But we don't know these folks. We don't. And so when we get all in our feelings, you don't know. Anyway, Madam Joyce thing is folks did not know Klay. The world didn't know Klay Thompson before Meagan Thee Stallion. Liar, liar, pants on fire. You said the world. Then I done had folks, some of them blood. Well, Megan's the biggest star than Klay. That's not the point of emphasis. He cheated. That's the point of emphasis. Why we talking about who know him, who don't know him, it don't matter. He cheated. That we should have been able to stay right there. But here comes Madam Joyce. So now it ain't about Meagan cheated. That's bad enough. Then you have Klay talking about free Tory. So now he's trifling. You see how I got this? Me, I'm not Madam. And I ain't even got to do what she did. Discredit his career. I got him cheating on Meagan, lying to Meagan, and being trifling towards Meagan. You see how I did that? I ain't got to say nothing else. I can tell you he cheated on her. I can tell you he said he can't be monogamous. So I'm like, well, damn, when did you find this out? Okay, well, then you lied to her because you should have told her that before y'all decided to be in a relationship. Now you trifling because you know what the history is between her and Tory Lanez. You see how I ain't say nothing else? I ain't got to. That's bad enough, ain't it? That's bad enough. Well, now folks want to talk about who's famous, who's less famous, who don't know, who know. Listen. I'm going to try my best to be real nice when I say this, because like I said, blood got involved in this conversation. Then a former co-worker got involved in this conversation, and they're not the same gender. If you don't play sports, you don't play sports. If you don't know anybody that plays sports, you don't know anybody that plays sports. If you don't listen to rap music, you don't listen to rap music. If you don't know anybody that does listen to rap music, you don't know anybody that does listen to rap music. If you don't really care for black women, you don't care for black women. You don't care for black men. You don't care for black men. In essence, if you're not checking for folks, you're not checking for folks. That's what that is. I've been listening to rap since the 70s. Up, jumps the boogie to the bump, jump, yeah, the rocket to the bang, bang, boogie to up, jumps the boogie. Yeah, don't push me. And I go back to basketball, CBS late night, when we used to get the Lakers playing on tape delay. I used to stay up and watch the basketball game. Lord, I got school in the morning. Please hurry finish this damn game. I got Magic Johnson coming down the court like this. I got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhooking folks and everything like that. So I go back with both of these. I don't need one to check for the other. I don't need Meagan Thee Stallion to date Klay Thompson for me to know who Klay Thompson is. I don't need Klay Thompson. You see how I'm doing this? I don't need Klay Thompson to date Meagan Thee Stallion for me to know who Meagan Thee Stallion is. No, I'm the one who I want to be down with what you're going through. Yeah. He was born about 20 years ago. Yeah. I go back with Brandy, Queen Latifah, and all that. MC like, yeah. I don't need that. I don't need Klay for that. I don't need Klay. I don't need Klay for Lil' Kim. I don't need Klay for Lil' Kim, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Meagan Thee Stallion. No, I don't. I don't. If you do, that's because you don't know a damn thing about sports. You don't know anything about sports. The folks you hang with don't know nothing about sports. You're not interested in sport. That don't mean Klay Thompson ain't famous. That means you're not into sports. That's what that means. You gonna try and prop yourself up, make yourself seem like you better than that. You don't know a damn thing about sports. That's what that is. You got your own little closed off circle. You don't play sports. Your friends don't play sports. Safe to say, you don't play no sport related video games. No, you do what you do. You ain't playing football. You ain't playing FIFA. You ain't playing MLB. You ain't doing none of that, and you don't know nobody that is. That is what that is. If you don't listen to rap music, you just right over there, and I need us to know it's folks right over there in the country Western Music Hall of Fame. They don't listen to nothing else except what they listen to. The only thing they know Meagan for is for a Popeyes commercial, and maybe they saw her pop up in the MCU. And what did they see her doing in the MCU? It wasn't rapping. Right. Stop all that. Stop. It's embarrassing. It don't take all that. And it really say more about you. You know what you're trying to do? You're trying to validate you don't know a damn thing about basketball. You're trying to validate you don't know a damn thing about rap. You can't. You're trying to make yourself look good for not knowing. No, you look stupid. You look stupid because there are people that are interested in the same damn things as you are and know both them people. Knew both them people before they got involved with each other. And the sad part about it is, if you call yourself to be a gossip columnist, a social media influencer, and you didn't know who either one of them before they started dating, safe to say, you piss poor at your damn job. Anyway, we ran on. He admitted to cheat. Yeah, bro. My dog said he can't be monogamous. I'm like, come on now. We grown. Can we talk? What Tevin Campbell say? Can we talk? Come on. We know. You what? Come on now. See, this is what I love about us as Generation X. Houdini had a whole damn song out there. I'm a hoe. You know I'm a hoe. I rock 3 different freaks after. What did I say? The game. Klay Thompson ain't got no game. He might be able to play basketball, but Klay ain't got no game. He was supposed to be able to pull a Neo. He's supposed to be able to pull a D. Ray Davis. Ain't that one of them lying about nothing. Hey, listen, I can't be with one woman. I need it. It's women out here down for that. He knew he couldn't be monogamous when she said, can we be a couple? He knew. And I know some folks go like, well, what about when Meagan cheated? We're not talking about when Meagan cheated on such and such and so and so. If Meagan did cheat on somebody back then, she was wrong back then. You see how I said that? She was wrong back then. Two wrongs don't make it right. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And if she did cheat on Buddy back then, Buddy wasn't Klay Thompson. See, this is when karma would come back around. See, this would be the appropriate time you use karma. Anyway, move right along. I call Cap. What did Meagan do? You can't have that many quick turnover relationships like that. Yeah, you can. Because you don't know how to spend no time with yourself. Graham Adams says too many women relate to that situation. That, you know what? Can we? I'm gonna read these notes by Kimoyo, and I'm gonna do what I can to help us out. With no gender biasness in it. Graham Adams says it was worse than cheating. It was a strategic plan to set up Meagan with an entire false reality. After you did read it. You did read it. Like I said, that whole thing when he said free Tory Lanez, I was like, damn, dog, you already did enough. You didn't. Okay, I'm gonna read these notes from Kimoyo, then I'm gonna come back and tell y'all where I'm at with it. Let me see. I didn't see that relationship ever being anything long term. He an NBA player and she a hot girl rapper that talks about toxic stuff all day. Yeah, both of them were out of pocket. The only rapper of that crowd in a solid relationship is Gucci Mane. Look at Cardi and Offset and all these other toxic types. They right up like that. So I'm not perfect. I done made mistakes. I'm gonna make some more mistakes. I've been in relationships where I cheated. You know when you're doing wrong. Well, Michael Jackson said, "You're doing wrong. You're doing wrong. You're doing wrong. You're doing wrong. You're doing wrong." Yeah, you know when you're doing wrong. You know you're doing wrong. Whether or not you care, something completely different. The thing is when you do stuff like that, you know you're doing wrong. You know you hurting the person. You know, because what happens if they find out? You ask the question, you play it over in your head 1,000 times. You see the tears, you see the outcome, the verb. You don't care. You don't care. It makes me uncomfortable to see a person hurt. It makes me very uncomfortable to know that I'm the person that caused it. You never stop to ask yourself, how would you feel if you were in that situation? Well, karma. Karma, right? Now, the thing is do you learn? Do you learn? Do you learn? You would like to think so. You would like to think so. We don't date in our culture like we should. We go out with one person and that's it. No, dating is dating. And we need, I've said that forever. Date. There's nothing wrong with going out on dates with different people. That's how you sift through the rubble. We like to make excuses for this, that, then the third. No, as I told my daughter last night, you see them red flags. Male, female, male, heterosexual, LGBTQ plus, don't matter. Red, black, white, Juju. You see them flags. You see them flags before you move in together. You see them flags before you put a ring on each other's hands, and you see them flags before you walk down the aisle. You ignore them. You think you can change the person. No. That buzzer went off when you said to yourself, I know damn good and well. That's what you said. I know damn good. Or you sat back and you was like, that was your cue in to chalk up the deuces. But you kept hoping and praying the person wasn't gonna change. You kept hoping and praying the person was gonna change. They didn't. You saw them things, right? I'm the type of dude, I do not like a woman that curses a lot. I don't like that. That's a turnoff for me. You curse more than I do. And I'm not saying I'm a Christian by any stretch. You curse more than I do. That's your go-to vernacular. Like, that's your default setting. You don't know how to use language without, okay. Look the other way. Look the other way. Now, it then went playfully from what the you doing to somebody mad. What the you doing? You be like, oh, whoa, wait, hold, time. How we talk to each other like that? Especially if you wasn't brought up in that type of household. You could have been brought up in that type of household and not want that for yourself, and you find yourself dealing with it. As I said to my daughter, as I say to us, we've been in our fair share of bad relationships. We did not get drugged. Nobody kidnapped us. Nobody blackmailed us. We went into those relationships eyes wide open, hoping, praying for the best. All the while we knew better. all the while we knew better. So as I'm with my wife, I've been with my wife since 2019. I can't tell you everything has been perfect. No relationship is. That's not what we're looking for. You're supposed to be looking for the person you can be with through the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what that is. Y'all hopes, dreams, aspirations need to line up. Take intimacy off the table. Physical. Take physical. Take physical intimacy off the table. Because if somebody got some good banana, some good cookie, some good head game, that complicates everything. I'm trying to help people out. I'm trying to give you the game. I'm trying to give you the game. I'm trying to get so you don't wind up in them jacked up behind positions. Trying to give you the game now. You do what you want to. Do what you want to. Did I say Meagan was wrong? Because folks were black. That's what you said. No, I didn't. I said Clay was wrong. And I actually said Clay was wrong in way more, in at least two more ways than Madam Joyce did. What did I say? I said he cheated, he lied, and he trifling. That didn't say that. I didn't have to talk nothing about mention his basketball career nor her rap career to say none of that, did I? See how that go? Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Did y'all see T.I. today? Stacks on deck, Sean on eye. We can pop bottles all night if you like. You can have whatever you. T.I. says Atlanta women are ridiculous in their demands. You know what? I watched Country Wayne videos. I knew that years ago. I knew that. I knew that years ago, which is crazy because I didn't know there was a difference between brothers up north, Georgia, brothers in North Georgia, and brothers in South Georgia. But clearly there's a difference. Because when T.I. came out with his song, You Can Have Whatever You Like, I'm from Georgia. I graduated high school from Georgia. I lived in Atlanta. Ragsdale Elementary. We're not going to act like that. That ain't never been a game. Now, I'm guessing from the time I left Ragsdale Elementary High School to going to Mitchell Baker High School, I'm guessing stuff changed. I'm guessing from the time I graduated in 86, stuff done changed. But that ain't never been a game. That ain't never been a game. Now, while the woman that don't ask can get the world, it ain't tricking if you got it. No, that's tricking. That's tricking. That treat to rock the rock that rock the rock that rock that trick. You tricking. You tricking. You paying for it. And y'all been paying for it since you dropped that damn song. Yeah. Don't be looking crazy now. You put that, it was all on the radio. You didn't think women was gravitating toward that song? Ain't no real G like that song when you dropped it. We sat up there looking like this. Y'all flying women out. No, that's not the game. The game is you got her in town. You ain't even supposed to cross it up like that. Shout out to Anderson Butler. You ain't even supposed to cross it up like that. The woman that live out of state, stay out of state. You don't bring her where you at. That is not the game. And y'all be flying them out. Listening to cats like this dude right here. Then I'm trying to figure out just on the Humbelski, why is he concerned? Like, me, T.I., my brother Daryl, my brother Kimoyo, we should be able to go to Atlanta and that not even concern us. We married. we married. Who we talking for? Our homeboy in Atlanta that's going through it? You better move. But understand, your boy T.I. did this. Your boy T.I. did this. He said it ain't tricking if you got it. So basically, if you got bands, that she looking for you to pay her rent. Before you do anything, before you do anything. Now, I'm old school with it. So what I'm about to say ain't for everybody. I get that. But I am Generation X. I got my own damn bills. See, this the game right here. Now, I'm going to tell the game so the game can be told. I got my own damn bills. This ain't back in the day when one person could make it do what it do. I got my own damn bills. Utility bill, food bill, medical bill. Yeah. Housing bill. Yeah. And I was making it do just fine before I met you. I'm assuming you was making it do just fine before you met me too. I'm assuming just like I got my own bills, you got your own bills. Now, I'm trying to figure out where this go, because what you finna do with your money if I'm paying your bills? Please don't tell me you keeping it to yourself and you gonna take care of yourself, because I want to be able to do that for myself too. Yeah. And I don't care how much you make. I don't care how much I make. If I'm making 60,000, you making 20,000. You could be making 40,000. I do not care. I was used to having a certain set of money for me, doing what I was doing, just like you was used. Please tell me I ain't the come up. And don't think you finna come up before we say I do. Like we got to be saying I do for you to come up like that. Because you can't be thinking, well, I'm spending time, because I'm spending time with you too. You can't say, well, I'm cooking. I'm probably cooking for you too. And please do not tell me it ain't cause you gave up the cookie, because I gave up the banana. And I just keeping it a buck. Y'all don't be wanting to hear this, but just like some men ain't got good banana, some of y'all ain't got good cookie. I know you ain't want to hear that. I know that's like what did you just say? I said just like some men ain't got good banana, some of you women ain't got good cookie. In essence, you probably, it's been some time, some of y'all that old to do. You should pay him, is what I'm saying. So, just keep it in a book. Just keep it in a book. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, like, But this your fault, T. This your fault. This your fault. T.I. told on himself, yep. Been off market 30 years. See that? Yeah, T.I. told on himself. That's his fault. That's his fault. He said it ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The game is to be able to convince her with your words. That's going to be one of the best evenings of her life. That's what the game is. The game is for you to be able to convince her with your words, your aura, your essence. That evening is going to be monumental for both of y'all. Now, the thing is, once you relay that message to her and she agrees, you got to put it down for the crown. Yeah, you got to live up to that. That evening was everything you said it was going to be. So she don't feel like there needs to be anything else than maybe a continuation of that evening. Yeah, that's the game. That's the game. Free. I'm not giving no more. I'm going to charge for the rest of it. Pay the rent for the year. I can't. I can pay the rent for the year if I'm living there for the year. I can pay the rent there for the year if I'm living there for the year. I can pay the rent there for the year if I'm living there for the year. But if I'm just coming there giving you some of the good loving body, rocking, knocking boots all night long, I can't do that. I can't do that. And I'm gonna tell you why. You ready? This the game. This conversation, I don't even know how I got here. We know when you know. When you know. When you know. We know every man that's putting in work ain't gonna get the woman to where she need to be. And I know some women say, well, I can do it for myself. Yeah, I know you can. I'm not tripping on that. I'm not. But if he can get you there, that means he's been attentive to your. And that's magical. When that man has been paying attention to your erogenous zones. Yes, we're gonna switch this up. We're gonna go ahead because we going too far now. We going too far now. What E40 say? I could have one tooth in my mouth and not a Scottish nickel to my name. And still, oh, what? Shout out to E40. Shout out to E40. Yeah, we moving right along though. We moving right along. We already covered what number one means. Yeah, when you number one, you can't move like you number two. And moving like you number two is feeling yourself like you got to do what people beneath you do. We don't do that. We elephants don't swat flies. If I'm better than you, I'm better than you. If I'm better than you, I'm better than you. And I ain't got to tell you that I'm better than you. No, as that song say, I just need to walk it like I talk it. That's it. You cannot keep telling folks you the master this, you the best this, you been here first, you the chosen this, that, and the third, and you ain't acting no different than them. Can't. You lying to yourself. Now you can lie to you all day. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Moving right along, comics this week. So me and my brother Dara, I gotta cover Elysium. I gotta go ahead and do that. I've already brought Killadelphia issue 14 to us today. Once again, Killadelphia is that read. That's what I'm rocking with. Dara brought it to my attention. He actually covered the whole series, I want to say about 2 years ago. We're sharing review duties. He's got every odd issue. I've got every even issue. Philadelphia is that read. Philadelphia is that read. We could tell you all day, every day, you ain't getting this and you ain't get that. No, we need to tell you what you can get and cover it. That's what we need to do. And Philly, you like Sinners, you like vampire movies, Killadelphia. We're 14 issues in. That is a great read, great artwork. Rodney Barnes and as the writer, and Jason Alexander, I believe, as the artist, put in some excellent work. If you like that, go get that, go cop that. If you can't do anything else than just hang out for the comic book reviews, you can check out both myself here and my brother D-Real, Be Real with D-Real. Like I said, he's covering it over there as well. We're also going to be bringing to y'all Elysium, which is the backup story, which has werewolves in it. It's in black and white. Those stories do eventually merge at some point in time. So we will be bringing Elysium to you as well. I think Daryl has already brought part one of Elysium to you, which would put it on me. So I need to bring it up. But we're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing our best to keep you up to speed, up to date with what we got going on in regards to titles that we're covering. Also, in regards to titles that we're covering, Black Panther titles. I know how we feel, how we've talked. I can only do what I can do. And what I can do is bring you as much Black Panther content as possible, in as many different ways as possible. I can bring you knowledge. I can bring you entertainment. I can bring you stuff in regards to action figures, things of that nature. We got Kimoyo King. We got my brother D-Real. We've got Gray, and we've got Steezle and everything like that. We are dedicated to keeping all things Black Panther Wakanda related front and center. If you are looking for Black Panther stories, low key, you've already got 3 of them. If you rocking with me like I'm rocking with you, like we rocking with each other, you didn't got you some Black Panther. You have you got you some Black Panther. Let me and you got you some questions answered. You did. You the last thing you got was Black Panther Imperial. Well, since then you got a blood feud. You did. If you were somebody that was saying, man, this character ain't getting enough shine here, this character ain't getting enough, we wish this, we wish that. Okay, well, you got the formation of a Black superhero group. You did. It didn't happen where you was looking for it to happen, but it happened and it made sense when you got it. Then you just got, think about what you just got now. It made sense too. It made sense. It ain't like I gave you something didn't make sense. I like, no. We need to go ahead and fix this right here. We didn't know how T'Challa got back on the throne. We was mad. We was like, how you gonna give me a 60th anniversary special? and not tell me how the dude got back on the throne. Well, you got that story. I know you didn't get it where you were looking to get it from, and you're going to say to yourself, well, it ain't canon. Don't I reference King T'Challa's time being in Hell's Kitchen? I'm just, that story don't make sense. How he got back on the throne. I know we talked it up. We chopped it up. Wasn't Prime Minister Folisard in that? Yeah. Well, did she just pop up out of nowhere? Yeah. It don't make sense she wouldn't have had backing by the Kingpin. I'm just asking questions. It don't make sense. And T'Challa didn't come back begging to get on the throne. He came back and took the throne. Okay, well, I know it didn't happen where we was looking for it, but it happened. It happened. Let me keep up. T.I. told himself, it's tricky. Pay the rent for the year. I love what E40 say. So you are getting your Black Panther content, and you'll continue to get your Black Panther content, and you'll continue to get stories. I'm not just gonna keep having these action figures. As a matter of fact, we do have another story coming our way and everything like that. I'm bringing Hunter home. That is the next story. Up in the turnstile, Hunter is returning home. I'm reuniting the Black family. I'm reuniting the Black Panther family. I'm reuniting the royal family. Hunter is coming home. Yeah. We're gonna bring Hunter home. Yeah. He been going. I don't know what. I ain't got nothing. I don't work for them. I ain't got nothing to do with all that over here. Over here, we bringing Hunter home. And I don't know how to acknowledge bad writing, so I don't care about that over there. Moving right along. I just want to let y'all know we do have Black Panther content headed your way. Speaking of Black Panther content, y'all like YouTube? I like YouTube. I do. I enjoy YouTube. I do. I really do. I do. You can see some interesting stuff on YouTube and everything like that. Funny stuff, educational stuff and everything like that. One of the things I've been seeing on YouTube a lot lately are verses. You know what I'm saying? My favorite verses is what the dude. I can't think of the dude now. I just watching a whole bunch of the verses, the SCP Foundation and everything like that. Daggum, I cannot think of that dude's name. Now I'm in my feelings because I can't think of the dude's name. Hold on, let me check here. Because I Doomslayer. I like seeing the Doomslayer verses. Funny as I don't know what. Then I see verses with Black Panther. And I already be in my feelings. My stomach already be turning. I don't know why I watch them. Because I'm like, we're not going to do this right. So I saw this thing where Black Panther was taking Batman. Now, Batman gets out of this versus alive. But against the Hitman, no. Steve Rogers can't even make it out against the Hitman. So I'm saying to myself, I don't think, and we can fault who we want to fault. We can absolutely fault who we want to fault because there's a lot of Black Panther LARPers out here. Folks ain't sticking up for that dude like the young lady that played Miss Marvel, stood up for her people and everything like that. We don't have folks sticking up for T'Challa unless we counting the director sticking up for T'Challa, and that might as well say he's that sticking a fork in T'Challa. But we don't have anybody sticking up for our dude. And we don't have folks breaking it down. Like, ain't nobody with the microphone really, really loud saying, no. I do watching him. So you get the whole T'Challa versus Bruce. Then you get some folks want to talk about Wolverine. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to play today. We're going to play today. Y'all keep mentioning my dude's name. We're going to play today. So Wolverine versus T'Challa versus Wolverine. Y'all ready? Let's go. So Logan, T'Challa, Logan. If we look at at creative wise, T'Challa was created before Logan. Right. But if we're doing this, let's start with what each man is capable of. Just the man, without anything else, just the man. Okay, T'Challa is superhuman. That he do stuff regular folk. He do stuff the best Olympic athlete can't do. That's what that is. So superhuman. Wolverine, mutant. As in he born with his abilities. Yeah, T'Challa had to take the heart-shaped herb. Yeah, go commune with Bass, be blessed by her and everything like that. Take on the abilities of a man-sized panther. That's what that is. He can see in the dark. Yeah. Agile, fast, quick, super sensitive, smell you, sniff you, and everything like that. But there's some other stuff this dude can do because he can track you down by your soul. I don't know if we necessarily putting that in with the senses, but you can't hide from this dude. This dude will literally track you down by your soul. Okay, Logan, we got mutant, right? He got the super senses that T'Challa got and everything like that. Possibly see you in the dark and everything. Still, he got this berserker rage too. He get crazy, just get taking out a whole bunch of folks and everything like that. And he got claws. Yeah. Housed in his forearm, eject between it up. Got 6 claws, 3 on each hand. That's what they got. Bone initially, but then coated in adamantium. I feel like I got to say that because that's what that is. Department H. His bones are coated in adamantium, one of the most indestructible metals known to man. That's what that is. All right, we good. Did I leave out anything? The dude got canines and everything like that. Like I said, turn feral, going to a berserker fury. Well, training wise, Logan been around for a minute. He got an extreme, he has a ridiculous healing factor. Not like Deadpool, but he does have this healing factor. It's advanced and it's conditional based on how many calories he intake. Now, T'Challa got a healing factor too, but it's not as advanced as Logan's. No. Logan, like that. T'Challa, like if I get hurt today and everything like that, if I get a cut, it's going to take a little bit for it to heal. T'Challa's is going to heal in a matter of minutes. Logan go heal in a matter of seconds. That's just what that is. All right, cool. So we got his bones and everything like that. Now, because his bones have been covered in adamantium, he's a horrible swimmer. He just sank straight to the bottom. You know, yeah. He going to keep reliving because of his, his healing factor. Yeah, that's what that is. But yeah, swimming, he's straight to the bottom because that metal is heavy. All right, stay right there. The costume, uniform costume, unstable molecules. That's all we got over here. Unstable molecules. That's it. Reed Richards. That's what we got. Until somebody tell me somewhere there's some Kevlar here and everything like that. Just unstable molecule that allows him to access his abilities without shredding his clothing. See how we do that? It's right there. This over here, this right here, this a whole problem. This a whole problem. Now, before I get to the problem, let me go back to the man. Remember I told you about the blessings with Bash and everything like that? Right. Okay. He been blessed by 2 other deities, as well as Bast again. He got the initial blessing, right? Went into a coma. Hollered his segment, Bast's sister. She blessed it. The mobilities never went anywhere. Folks like to say stuff, but we read David Lynch's run to Black Panther, Man Without Fear, Most Dangerous Man Alive. He was doing superhuman stuff in that run. Yeah, he was. So that was segment. Then when he went back to Wakanda, Jonathan Hickman, Fantastic Four, Bass called him down and blessed him as the King of the Dead. That's 3 separate blessings right there. That's 3 separate blessings right there. Then when Shorty got put into a coma, essentially by approximate midnight, Bass made him Black Panther again. I don't know what you want me to tell you. them two different deities. It's one of them putting a lot of blessings on the Lord Jesus have mercy. Then we get to Cheryl. I saw it say Cheryl Lynn E. Lord have mercy. Cheryl, Dr. Eve, Cheryl Eden, Cheryl, I know it. Cheryl Lynn Eden, Blood Hunt, yeah. Bad sister, other sister. These sisters love them some T'Challa. You just need to know that. Anuke bless this dude. This dude can discharge electrical, right, and breathe underwater. He can breathe underwater and discharge electricity. Ain't none of them goddesses. That's him. Ain't none of them goddesses ever retcon took it back. Not them. Let me tell you something. Them sisters love them some T'Challa. You just need to know. You Lord Jesus have mercy. You just need to know. Now this whole King of the Dead thing. Logan been around for a minute. I said Logan been around. I think Logan been around ever since the Revolutionary War and everything like that. Yeah. But T'Challa's lineage go all the way back to 1 million BC, and him being the King of the Dead, he know everything. Every Black Panther know that go all the way back to 1 million BC. Mostly, I don't think Logan know that much. However they fought, he know how to fight. I don't think Logan knows some stuff. I don't think he know what all them know. Especially when I know one of them Panthers that actually interacted with Logan. So considering one of them Panthers that interacted with Logan and Steve, he know what they know about Logan and Steve. He do. And then he can summon them Black Panthers to the field of battle. Like, he ain't just got to talk to them. They actually on the field of battle, wanting to smoke. A lot of Black Panthers. Them a lot of Black Panthers. Then he's the King of the Dead, because she said, so he can summon just dead people. Them a lot of bodies on the field. Them a lot of them. Did I say he could track you by your soul? Then he can summon the spirit Bashinga at will. Yeah, it manifests. Kind of like, if you're a Green Lantern fan, the Green Lantern pop up. Yeah, spirit. Yeah, he always got that on him. He always got that thing on him. Whether you see it or not, whether it's on his back or not, he always got that thing on him. He ain't got to be up close and personal for none of that. None of that. And it ain't just going to hurt you physically. It's going to hurt you spiritually. And if we can't say nothing else, Logan is not an atheist. He believes in something. So yeah, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. That Lord Jesus have mercy. I said the spirit of Bashinga, Lord have mercy. He just summoned that. Oh, Lord Jesus have mercy. Look. Let's go to the suit. So whether the writer is going to use these in a major way or a minor way, T'Challa got anti-metal claws. And anti-metal breaks down the molecular structure bonds of all known metals. Regardless of what it is, regardless of where they at. He just got to expose them. That's what that is. And you don't want to here's the thing. You don't want to get cut by them claws, because you got iron in your bloodstream. You're going to need to go to the hospital. You're going to need to go to the hospital. Then that suit absorbs kinetic energy and redistributes it at his whim. You can't cut the suit unless you cutting along the seams. Folks like to say, well, we know what it say. No, you know what it say, so say it. You can't cut that suit unless you cut along the seams. You can't cut it or puncture it. That's just what that is. All you're going to do is charge the suit up, which allows him to redistribute said kinetic energy at his whim. That's what that is. That suit also allows him to throw vibranium daggers at his discretion. Vibranium energy daggers, that suit generates them. He can throw them whenever he wants to. That's that. The suit allows him to teleport whenever he wants to. The suit allows him to turn invisible. Yeah, that suit actually can be used to mimic any article of clothing. T'Challa could walk up to you dressed in a nice two-piece button down with a tie and transform it into his habit. That suit also allows him to walk up walls, a la Spider-Man. Yes, good Lord have mercy. You can go straight to Christopher Priest when we see the debut of the High Toots at Isaiah, because they're literally running up a wall chasing T'Challa. I like Logan. I like Logan. I like Bruce. This ain't no fair fight. Y'all better go get somebody that ain't from Earth. Yeah, stop putting T'Challa. Y'all better go get somebody that ain't from Earth. Right now, this dude is OP. You better go get somebody that's on Superman level. Don't say Wolverine, Deadpool. No, don't Terminator. Nothing until you can solve all them. His prep time ain't no different than Bruce's, and he got access to money just like Bruce. He just has superior, way more money and way superior technology than Bruce. Yeah, stop. Because I know everything about your superhero. What you telling me is you don't know anything about mine, which low key you should if you're a nerd. Cheryl Lynn E. Appreciate that, Kimoyo. The Tiger God was the other God that blessed him. Yeah, I just named a segment, Grand Madam Tarot. Because they said it was another Panther God. I was like, well, ain't none of them really Panther gods when you think about it. We're the ones saying that. But yeah. Let me see. Kimoyo said, folks don't stick up for T'Challa, any black character. Yeah, we stopping that. We gonna stop that. When Bat in the Sun had Thomas Wayne, Flashpoint, Batman beating Killmonger, I knew to be. Kimoyo say soul stalking for T'Challa, which means you can hide in the building. You can see. Listen, you can't run nowhere and hide from our buddy. Tiger God real life origins, either Huye, China, or Wagoba, India. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I read somewhere, and I think it was, I'm gonna have to go back and see. Somebody said it was another Panther God. They weren't descriptive in saying Tiger God, Lion God. They just said Panther God. And I was like, okay, who would the other Tiger God, who would the other Panther God be? Because wherever he went, it was either in Africa or in Wakanda. But wherever he went to go holler at this Panther, he didn't go far. Because it was in not David List. Jonathan Mayberry's run. Yeah. Let me see here. Bad segment. The Tiger God will go over Anuka and Ty. Yeah, my buddy did. Buddy fully loaded. Go get somebody superhuman and roll up on him. Where are we at right now? Moving right along. Revisiting WandaVision, Falcon, and the Winter Soldier. I was reading New Warriors today. Comic book review. I was. And Richard Rider went out on a date, took this young lady with him, and he looked in his wallet. And I'm like, wait a minute, Dwayne not broke. Dwayne not broke. Dwayne not broke. And then I got to think, like, wait a minute. Then Dwayne hit him up. Richard was minding his business, right? Dwayne pulled up, grabbed Buddy, held him off to the side building, and dropped him. You ain't trying to count this dude. You got him a brand new costume. He don't need to get paid for that. I'm like, I can see you if you're doing a superhero thing on your own. You got a job. You do your superhero thing when you get off. But if being a superhero thing is your job, you part of a superhero team. You're not getting paid. Like I think Bruce, if they need to get paid, they clocking in. like that whole thing. You remember when we was watching Avengers Age of Ultron? Y'all remember that? Remember at the end, Steve and Wanda was walking in talking about the new recruits and everything like that. And Steve was like, Avengers, and you stop. They training like a team. They're supposed to get paid. They supposed to get paid. I'm just gonna go ahead and say my superheroes getting paid. Ain't nobody broke on my team. No, T'Challa put the team together. How you got a place to stay and ain't got no money in your pocket? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense whatsoever. That don't make no sense whatsoever. He got blessed by 2 Panthers and 1 Tiger God as well as Todd and a Nuke. Yeah, yeah. They were paid by the Taylor Foundation, who pays for everything. I wish new writers would understand that. Stop using the Spider-Man trope. Listen, I'm sitting there watching my dog going through his wallet and everything like that, buddy, bro. How he broke between Namorita, who got all the money, and Dwayne, who got all the money. Dwayne put the New Warriors together. Namorita on the team. Hey, boy, you ain't got no money? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So yeah, writers, when we do this going forward, I just want you to know us readers. We're of the mindset. We know they're doing superhero stuff. There's levels to this. If they're a solo superhero, they get in where they fit in. But if they're part of a superhero team, especially if you got somebody rich sponsoring that team, then them other team members need to be good. Yeah, they need to be good. Not when they feel financially irresponsible, but they don't need to be around here struggling. That don't make no sense. If I can't be no superhero, don't worry about where my next meal coming from. I got too much on my plate. Got too much on my plate. Ain't no broke superhero. Even Pete ain't broke no more. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Where are we at? Last up, we about up out of here. We're going to finish it with our sports topics tonight. That way, if those ain't interested in sports. See how, wow, amazing. Look at that. Talking sports. The Steelers had their draft last week. I'm good. We got a quarterback. I'm all right. If you don't think my Steelers did a good job, that's cool. We got some offensive line help. We need that. If I remember one of the better things I can say about the Dallas Cowboys back in the day with Emmitt Smith, that offensive line was nice. So I think it's been a minute since I've been able to say, as a Steeler fan, we got us a nice offensive line. So I'm looking forward to that. In regards to Aaron, Aaron, you grown. You can do what you want to do, but some stuff is just tired. You either want to or you don't. There's nothing wrong with telling folks, hey, I'm coming in right before training camp start. That way they know. But if somebody want to be with you, they want to be with you. If they don't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you. And I don't think anybody that want to be with somebody is going to make them wait. That's my take on the situation. It worked well last year, but we see that coach is no longer there. Whether we saying he left or not, right? Because we got other things we need to be working on. Other than that, I like what we got in regards to our football program. I like that. We build it from the inside out. I like that. LeBron James, Michael Jordan. I don't know why we still talking about this, but I guess we will. I don't know why. I'm not going to talk about it. What I am going to say is LeBron James is playing the position in the NBA right now. He should have been playing in the NBA, which is point guard. He's not comparative to Michael Jordan. He's not comparative to Shaquille O'Neal. He's not comparable to Kobe Bryant. He's not comparable to Dr. J. He's always been comparable to Magic Johnson. Now I got the question that I can ask to all the so-called LBJ fans. How many titles do you think he would have if he'd have just stayed at point guard? Why folks still on that? Does LeBron even care? Well, I'm gonna say, you know what, I ain't gonna say because I don't know if he do or he don't. All I'm gonna say is this: 6-0, folks. I don't know when that stopped being the thing. Like, I don't know how that is where we don't care that a dude went 6-0 in the NBA Finals and won the Finals MVP all 6 times. Like, that means he wasn't just there. Like, he was the MVP all 6 times. We act like that's not an accomplishment. All 6 times? Like, not only am I gonna go, I'm gonna go, and they not even finna think about nobody else. The fact that what I'm about to say is not me tearing anybody down, because that's one of the other things folks feel like they got to do when they do that. One dude is 6-0 in the NBA Finals. The other dude isn't. The other dude, the dude is 6-0 in the NBA Finals, showed out in all the games he played in the NBA Finals, win, lose, or draw. There was never a where is Michael Jordan conversation going on when he laced up in the NBA Finals. And truth be told, we couldn't have them conversation. Where was Michael Jordan at when they played in the NBA playoffs? He was always there, front center. Like, you can count on this dude showing up. He didn't pull no disappearing act. You can be a little LeBron James fan, which I am. Unfortunately, we can't say that about LeBron James. That 2011 playoff sits right there. I don't even count LeBron losing when he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers. You playing against the San Antonio Spurs. I'm not expecting you to win. I want you to, but you're supposed to lose. They got a lot of smoke over there. Okay, well, that's what wound up happening. I'm not looking at you playing with the Miami Heat and you losing to the Dallas Mavericks. No, because they can't stop you. You're a matchup problem. That's what that is. I don't count when Andre Iguodala won the NBA Finals. I'm going to say won the Finals MVP. As far as I'm concerned, that Finals MVP should have went to LeBron James. No different than when they gave that Finals MVP to Kawhi Leonard. Both times, LeBron James in the Finals was the most dominant person. You see what I'm saying? In the Finals was the most dominant person. Yet they gave those MVP trophies to 2 other people. I didn't like that. I thought that was disrespectful. So I don't even look at them. But that 2011 NBA Finals, I think Kobe lost 2. And I never seen Kobe disappear in the NBA Finals. I never saw that. It's not revisionist history. I didn't say he won them all. I just don't remember him pulling the disappearing act. I don't remember either one of those 2 men looking like the moment was too big. And that's what it was. So that's not tearing him down. That's something that he actually grew past. I'm glad. I see what LeBron James doing right now. LeBron James is playing basketball like a prime Magic Johnson. And if he gonna play basketball like that, barring injury, he got about 4 or 5 more years. Yep, like, wait, 4 or 5 more? Yep. He got about 4. If that's how he finna play, he got about 4 to 5 more years. He does. He does. He can absolutely have the Lakers ain't even got to look for a point guard no more. Not a backup point guard. If they decide to move him from starting, he can come in and spell Luka at the point. Don't put him at the 2. Don't put him at the 3. Not the 4. Not the 5. Let him stay right there at the 1. You'd be amazed how much longevity that'll give him. I'm out. Thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate that. Thriller is the greatest MJ work, bar none. Yeah. We get Thriller from. Pat Young is putting bad over Thriller. Is Thriller punch from wait. So we had a whole different conversation going on. What's going on, Daryl? Have you heard the new debate, Bad versus Thriller? Which one is the better album? I'm not doing that. Now, you know why I'm not doing that? Because I'm smart enough to be able to enjoy both of them. I'm not doing that. You know what? Ooh, we don't know how to sit back and enjoy nothing, do we? It's always got to be either or. Which one is better? No, no, not doing that. I'm not doing that, and no, I'm not even going to be a part of that discussion. I ain't even going to entertain that on this show. I sure ain't. I know better. They say, well, you know better, you do better. When say, Theo said, no, I ain't discussing that. I'm not discussing that at all. I ain't doing that. I like me some Michael Jackson. Whatever. I ain't doing that. Let them young folk do that over there. Talk about what they don't know how to appreciate stuff anyway. Clearly. That said, we are out, but I love them though. I love y'all young folk. Y'all, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them. No, hell no. What to say? He would say, I feel you. It's thriller, but I feel you. I'm not choosing. You're not gonna make me choose between my Michael Jackson music. I'm not. I went from Off the Wall to Thriller to Bad to all that. I ain't gonna do all that. I'm gonna enjoy my Michael Jackson. That said, I'm out. Hit that like button. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. We got some more content coming our way. Just to let y'all know, we bringing Hunter home. He's coming home. We are bringing Hunter home, and you make sure you notified. Make sure you subscribe and everything like that, because we got the return of Njadaka sooner than you think. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Remember the late great Don Cornelius and Chadwick both. Until next time, I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and soul. We out.